Okay, this is the one you've been waiting for. Here's 4 signs that the market is cooling off. Number 1, the amount of homes that are actually selling is actually dipping. At the beginning of the year, there was all sorts of bidding wars and multiple offers and 50, 100K over asking cash offers being sold. It was nuttiness. But when you look at March and April and even now into May, you actually notice that the amount of homes that are selling are actually going down. Toronto, it actually went down 12% in between March and April. Here in Niagara, went down to about 11%. So, as we are here in May, it seems like that trend is continuing. Good sign. Sign number 2, the sales to new listing ratio, or SNLR for short. Essentially, it's the comparison of the amount of new listings hitting the market in comparison to the amount of solds that are happening in the market. It's a good gauge to figure out whether you're in a buyer's market, a seller's market, or somewhere right down the middle. Essentially, a 40 to 60% ratio is good. We go into these numbers a lot in our blog posts on our website, so I highly recommend you check it out. I'll probably link it up here somewhere. But essentially, over the last month or two in Hamilton and the GTA, that number has actually been trickling down. So we're getting closer and closer to a balanced market. Not quite there yet, but it's a pretty fair sign that the market is cooling. And anyone that works in Niagara knows that anything that's happening in the GTA and Hamilton usually trickles down the horseshoe sooner or later. Sign number 3, the amount of competition is actually going down. Back in January and February, you probably saw the headlines back in the day where it'd be anywhere between 5 to 30 offers on a property and it would sell for 50, 100, 150K over asking. That's not necessarily the case now. It's not actually even a guarantee that you would end up getting multiple offers. So with more listings hitting the market, you notice that some of them aren't doing the offer presentation dates anymore. And some of them that are sometimes don't get any offers on those dates, so they're kind of caught with their pants down. So where you used to get 5 to 30 offers, sometimes you might get 1 to 3, if any at all. So that's probably a good sign for some of those buyers that are feeling the fatigue, which brings on to point number 4. Sign number 4, buyers are just fed up. The fatigue is running rampant. A lot of them probably had the New Year's resolution back in 2020 that they were going to end up buying their first home or moving up or changing spots or what have you. But then they end up seeing what's going on in the market and they just throw their hands up and give up. I had a lot of clients that ended up doing that, and honestly, I can't really blame them. So with the amount of buyers that were hitting the pavement maybe back in January and February aren't here in March and April because they just are waiting. They're waiting to see what happens. Maybe a bubble's going to burst. Maybe things are going to balance out. But now the prices are staying the same. We got the stress test coming out June 1st that's going to remove a little bit more of their buying power. There's more inventory and less buyers. So what's going to happen? Listings are going to last longer on the market. There's less buyers for them to purchase. More sellers are going to keep rolling them out because, again, prices are holding steady. So some of them are trying to cash out. And where are we going to be in the summer? Really only time will tell, but it is early stages of those signs that the market could be cooling. So if you're a buyer that were disenchanted maybe 3 months ago, maybe now or 3 months from now might be a good fit. If you're interested and you want to know more about the market and what's going to come in the summer, feel free to reach out. Chris Somerfield, Emily DeSantis, Scott Schweitzer, anyone in the Portfolio Realty Group, more than happy to help because we serve shore to shore here in Niagara. So hoping to hear from you soon.